Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching
Robot 2.0.
Or 2.0, aka Robot 2, aka Yildirim Part 2, the sequel? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, okay. It's 2.0. On that poster art, it says 2.0. So that is what we are watching. And if you missed part 1 or part 2, this is part 3. Did I say that? Anyway, it is part 3, this video. And if you missed part 1 or part 2, you can go back and check them out. I put the link to the playlist in the description below this video, as well as Yildirim the first and original. That link of the playlist is also in the description, so you can go check those out as well. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, the bell icon, and upvote the video by slapping the like button.
What a game we've had till now. And now it's half-time at the Eiffel Finals.
Dude, that guy's face, oh man, I want him to get crushed so hard. Fuck, she's calling.
आप सबकी मौत होने वाली है। ये कोई मामूली मौत नहीं, रेडिएशन डेथ।
Oh.
डेमो देखना है।
So dark.
Hey, you.
Excuse me?
Yes! Yes! No, you're the one.
मैंने ही तुम्हें आजाद किया था। उसके लिए तो छोड़ दो।
So what? तुम भी एक उपभोक्ता ही तो हो।
Dude, okay, I'm not even mad right now. Like, I'm gonna just enjoy watching this guy get shredded.
People aren't like running out of this place yet. I'm like,
I would be.
Yeah.
No, dude, I'll be the first to run when I see some dude like can control my phone. Oh, that was too quick.
yeah.
That was way too quick, man. He needed to be like radiation poisoning with his like skin sloughing off and stuff.
Yeah.
You are going to be a part of a historic moment. प्रिय उपभोक्ता।
आइए मत, मरने वाले आप नहीं। क्या देख रहा है पक्षी? आई एम चिट्टी, रीलोडेड।
Dude, he don't care.
तो मारने की कोशिश की। अरे कितना बड़ा पाप करने वाला था मैं, डॉक्टर।
Dude, he don't care.
आप मेरे सृजन करता है। अपने ही हाथों से मुझे तोड़िए मत, माफी देके छोड़ दीजिए, प्लीज। ये ले।
I love that. Yeah, he doesn't give a crap about the doctor.
The doors are opening.
Oh,
everybody, like, get out of that place.
You have an army of minions? So does he. Oh, here we go. Just wait for the murder ball to come back. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is a little bit problematic.
Well, he doesn't care, man. This is version 2.0. The only thing he cares about is himself. Gonna need a lot more guns. Murder ball! Murder ball is back! Dude, I want to turn back into a snake and it'll be like the snake versus like
A bird, yeah.
the bird. Oh man, there's so many casualties here. Has to be in the stands. Yeah. Dude, so many dead. There's so many dead right there. Doesn't seem like it's affecting the bird, though. You're probably killing a lot more people than you are affecting him. Goal? Oh. Now face the guns inward, spin around, kill him.
Yeah, just fly away out of the holes.
It's like trying to get a handful of sand.
Or a handful of water.
Oh, man, try to be original. Chitti can do that too. What?
He needs all the metal he can get.
Yeah, I guess. Oh.
Remember?
Wait, but wouldn't that magnet also absorb the cell phones?
Probably. Dude, you better get out of your car. I love the fire truck.
Six-pack of Vans.
I think it's 8-pack. Oh, and he got his glasses.
See, this is interesting because he's like such the anti-hero, but it's like, because usually these villains prey on the idea that the hero wants to save innocent lives.
Right.
But this guy doesn't care. This is on a whole nother level. WWE going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, Honda placement.
Oh, someone's gas can just blew up.
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, he's taking out all of his
His
ribs.
abs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. He did this on purpose, right? The phone batteries, like they have power to get in their screen. Three 3.0. Wait, 3.0?
Hey, what's happening?
Excuse me.
Hey, Angry Bird!
Oh, what?
Bachana, I am Chotu, the microbot. को डिस्टर्ब किया तो कबूतर.
Oh, because he won't hurt a bird. That's actually interesting. Yo, I like Chitti 3.0. How do you lure all the birds? Oh my god! What? How many of them did he make?
अक्षय, अब आया पहाड़ के नीचे।
Yeah, he's got to stop the radiation now because if not, all of those birds are gonna die. Man, I did not see that coming. That was a lot of fun. It's like little Ant-Mans.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're taking over all my phones.
He's like playing
A
peekaboo.
lion can't touch a mosquito.
बच्चे,
Great laugh.
have a blast.
Oh, they all self-destruct.
चाहते हो कि सारे पक्षी मर जाएं? Hey, beep, follow me.
That's an interesting solution.
कौन हो? अंदर किसने भेजा? ये रेस्ट्रिक्टेड एरिया। चलो निकलो।
Oh, he was just
It's-
doing his job. Uh-oh.
Oh, they got him right in the middle of it. And then his laugh gets translated to the tiny little voice.
Oh, man. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, where's the energy go? Did it just get neutralized and then that's it? Birdie gone?
Pretty gone, I think.
पक्षी राजन माना गलत था, लेकिन उसने जो कहा वो सच है। मनुष्य को जिंदा रखते हैं बाकी जीव जंतु।
Yeah, there needs to be a balance in all things, really.
ये भूमि हमारी प्रॉपर्टी नहीं, इसके हर एक प्राणी का इस पृथ्वी पर उतना ही अधिकार है।
Yeah. Trees, plants.
पार्लियामेंट के अटेंशन के लिए यही ले जा रहा हूँ। I'll make sure this happens. शुक्रिया वशीकरण।
ओह गॉड, चिट्टी के सीने में लगे रेड चिप को रिमूव करना होगा।
डोंट वरी बॉस, सेफ्टी के लिए ऑटो इजेक्ट प्रोग्राम पहले से ही एक्टिवेट कर दिया था।
Okay, that's good. She was thinking ahead.
An
'Cause
auto
it's like-
eject.
Yeah, there's no way that he would have let him do that.
हम सारे रोबोट्स को जाकर दिल्ली हेडक्वार्टर्स में रिपोर्ट करना है। कैन आई लीव डॉक्टर? नीला को तुम साथ रखो।
Oh,
थैंक्स डॉक्टर।
he's a little playful.
Mhm.
Are we finally getting their
Oh,
song?
yeah.
the
Finally
very
gonna get a
end?
song.
This is what he needed all along. He needed a robo girl.
Uh-huh.
They need to make a little mini series of these two going on like crime fighting sprees. This is what robot dreams look like.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of nice things with the color here too.
Mhm, yeah. Hyper surreal.
They're flossing. They're like
It looked
flossing.
like it. It looked like it.
Whoa. Go full on rave mode with DJ and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, there's room for two on that throne. Nice. Ooh, post credits. It's a microbot.
हेलो सना डार्लिंग।
सब कुछ हो रहा है, मुझे किसी ने कॉल तक नहीं किया। यहाँ मैं फिक्र कर रही हूँ ना।
हेलो सना, सुनो तो,
वो भी मुझे
क्या ये फोन अब नहीं उड़ सकता?
No, it's 3.0.
ए बड़े मियाँ हिल गए क्या?
Hey, who are you?
I am Chotu, compressed version 3.0, your grandson.
Dude, I take it all back. That is what I want to see a full movie about, is these little 3.0 kuttis.
It was fun. It was cute. It had lots of. It got heavy, I think, with kind of the moral. And you know, those things are so hard to pull off. And this one, I think, got buried in evilness.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, the guy's intention was good to basically say, you know, we do need to really think about what's going on, you know, with technology and the way we treat each other through technology, and as well as how it's changed in the way we kind of interact and so forth. But by wrapping it up in the evil, it just, I think it got drowned out. And then when it came forward again, it just kind of, I don't know, it felt weird. It was like very preachy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so I was like, oh, if you're gonna do that, you really have to write it well. And so I think the writing failed on it in terms of kind of doing it in the right way. I like the overall, that great little love story going on there, little robot-y love story. I like that. That's fun. And I like the premise of, you know, hey, cell phones. Everyone's pretty much got a cell phone, so I like that. It's just gone.
Yeah.
And that would be very impactful to everybody. I mean, in so many different ways. I like that, you know, it was hey, get everyone's attention and so forth. So
I mean, taking away your cell phone definitely gets your attention.
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So I like that. I like the story. I didn't think it dragged anywhere. It seemed to keep moving all the way through. So I liked it. And yeah, there was just crazy things that I'm like, wait, wow. I wanted to see the snake, though. I think the snake would have been cool, especially with a snake kind of fighting with the bird and everything. I think that would have just, that I think would have been really super cool, because you would have these two animals kind of fighting they're real world animals, but in such a like robotic way and everything. I think that would have been very, very cool to see. So yeah. So you probably want to know how many pani puri I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 7. So
because the writing is what took it
the
down for you
writing
then,
took it. The writing really took it down for me, because I just think that it came off too preachy when it was actually trying to make the point. You started getting the message early on when he was when there was the flashback to, you know, all the birds dying.
I mean, the flashback was pretty.
That was pretty
in
your face and everything. Yeah. And I think that they could have done something later on when Chitti was talking about that. He was right that we do need to do something to help the birds and all the live things on the planet and so forth. And then the doctor backing him up. I'm not quite sure how they would have done it, but the way it came off, I was like, ugh, came off really, really preachy. And people turn off when they hear really, really preachy. It's like, yeah, whatever. You know, kind of like the people in the audience. You gotta enlist them and engage them in a way that they really want to do it. So if that was the intent of this movie, I would say it actually fell way down. But as far as a movie and a real kind of entertainment value, I give it that. I
agree with a lot of what you said, except you said that it didn't really drag in some parts, but I feel like it did drag in a couple parts, especially when it got a little the preachiness, like the flashback, and I was like, okay, wow, we kind of get it. And I mean, we spent a lot of time on that, and I think it was just trying to be really emotional, but I wasn't getting there. I wasn't getting into that emotions, and I think that's what they were trying to play on, is for you to feel the emotions of that whole flashback. But to me, and even right before that flashback, when they were like trying to absorb the negative energy, it was like, it was taking forever, like the percentage and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like, come on, we got to be at like 80%, and then it cuts back, and we're only at like 45.
Yeah.
So like for me,
well, Chitti had to be showing off for his lady friend.
But it was just a little like, I didn't really find that part that entertaining. there were a lot of entertaining things about this movie. And honestly, the second half, the first part of the second half, again, it was like feeling like it was like dragging on a little bit. But then as soon as 2.0 came in, I was just like, yes, yes, yes. And I was like, get him. And then like when they killed that guy, I mean, he was like such a pompous prick. He's like, well, you should let me go. Pick someone else because like I'm the one that freed you. And he's like, so I wanted him to like get something a lot more. But I guess even his dad had a really quick death with his like head being smooshed. But this guy, I mean, I thought he was gonna get like radiation dead, like like face like peeling off and stuff. I hated that guy. I probably hated like this guy way more than his dad in the first movie because this guy is just like he should have known that his dad was like this horrible person. They have it on camera and all that. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the pacing. Just in a few places, it just seemed like okay, like we got it, we got the point, and I really like what you said about the message is him being on stage and trying to preach this and people kind of like falling asleep or getting on their cell phones and kind of like bored and getting up and walking away. I feel like what you said, like that's what this movie fell into that trap. And it's like, I think you're doing that to your audience right now with this exact scene. It's like, I need some more caffeine. I need some like coffee or something if you're gonna like keep me entertained talking about birds and stuff. Now it is sad, and I've actually heard this, and Dadu has talked about this a lot when he comes here to visit and he sees all of our little birds and our little sparrows. He's like, yeah, we used to have birds like this in India, like where he's from. And he's like, but we don't have them anymore. He never really told me why, but it's interesting watching this. And I mean, it's true. We really only have like 3 infrastructures of cell service here. And then all the other branch offs of the different companies, they rent the usage of the towers. Whereas I guess if I'm understanding this correctly, that India has 10 different companies
and
that all have
a little
their
kind of
own
like
towers.
Yeah, and it kind of sounds like a little bit like everyone's a little bit reckless.
Reckless, but then also it's like instead of like sharing some of the infrastructure, they have to increase the signal strength because they're not able to put as many towers everywhere. But if everyone would share the towers like they do here, like for the most part, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But again, we don't have nearly as many people here as in India. So who knows if that's also a factor. So I have no idea. And I mean, I'd have to research about this. But I mean, if they want me to look at my phone and feel guilty, I probably will for maybe the next day or so. But then the phone just comes with so much convenience of it that, I mean, if you're trying to tell people like in this to not use your phone, I bet all the filmmakers here are using their phone. So it's like more like a balance. And I think that's what they're saying is use it more
consciously.
That's a great way to put it.
Because I mean, and cell phones have created lots and lots of social issues. I mean, we have everything from bullying through, cyberbullying through the phone because now everyone can text and can use social apps and all this other sort of stuff. So you have that. You have the whole bit of cyber stalking, through the cell phone. People following where you're going and what you're doing and all that other sort of stuff. And, even just the interactions with people, often in social environments are down looking at their phone and they're not even looking or talking to the person. The older gentleman was saying, I see my friend's eyes. It's like, well, his eyes, they're no longer down here. They're up here now. And so
on the opposite side of all that, with video calling and all that sort of stuff, it brings people together, especially when something like COVID happened and having video calls, because even like your friends down the street, no matter how much you wanted to go see them in person and socialize, it was like, no, I'm going to video call you if I want to like hang out. So, I mean, there's really good things about technology, but then that's the thing that they said at the very end is use technology to like cure ailments and all that sort of stuff.
Educate and
all that
relieve poverty.
But all the messaging aside, because I really think it might have fell flat with trying to make such a preachy movie. And I'm just like, usually when I think of like Rajni superstar movies that are like full entertainers and you don't have to like get a whole preachy thing that you might get in school or from a professor or something. This one, like, got too far away from him. I wanted to see like Chitti like kick some ass or something, right? Like I want to see. So then towards the end, like that climax scene was just really fun because that was like what I was expecting through like the movie. Also, what I never thought I'd say in my life is I wanted like a robot love sequence, like a love song sequence. I mean, through this whole movie, we didn't have a song. And usually, like when you watch these movies, you can at least expect like a couple, but we didn't get one until the credits. So I was like, dang, I was really disappointed. There was a couple times where it was like almost there. Like, and I think it could have happened. So if I were to change this movie around and focus on other points, I mean, sure, have a bit of a moral of a movie because sure, a movie should have a moral. Why not? But not be so preachy and do a little bit more with the love because he was so obsessed with this girl in the first movie that now you have a love bot for him. Like focus on that. Like create some like love drama between the two. Like, oh, I like you, but like I don't know, like I can't be together because there's something in the middle that's separating us. And that would have been fun.
And the thing was, it was almost like she was immediately into Chitti. Because it is just like, how did she even...
I think she thinks because there's no boundary there because he's a robot, whereas when she looks at the doctor and he's a human, because one of the issues, and I think this is what he did with his new design, one of the issues with his first design is there was no understanding that there's a difference between a machine and man, right? Because Chitti was obsessed with his girlfriend and wanted to marry his girlfriend. So I think when he made her, he's like, I probably should like put some sort of like safeguard in there where she has an automatic rejection towards any human sort of like love interest. So when she, when she sees him and then she sees Chitti, they're two, even though they look identical in our eyes, to her programming sees them different. That's my understanding.
But at the same time also, it seemed that Chitti kind of immediately gravitated towards her very quickly too. And I think there needed to be a little bit of that romantic buildup, a little bit. Because,
but in all these movies, in all movies, that's kind of like a trope here, right? Because it's like love at first sight. Why can't robots have love at first sight? Because he sees her, it's his first time seeing her, right? Just like in any other like Indian cinema movie, you see that, you hear the background music, like, oh, the wind starts blowing in the hair, and then you go into a love song sequence, right? And that could have like happened here just with robots.
Yeah, but see, I think that the first time that he got booted up and she got to meet him, he should have come off because he's like been burned before. He's been love burned before, so he didn't need to. He's like, not interested. But remember, but then when he got injured and she gave him her heart, that I think was where they could have done the whole little world together.
Exactly
and
where I thought they were going to do it.
And she could have been waking up and him just saying, oh,
and they could have played up the angle that he started having feelings for her.
Right,
because
exactly.
if she was in trouble at the end and then he was about to kill her and then maybe he's like, I don't know, then he's like, I gotta save her.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. And maybe that would have like been a little bit more stereotypical, but that's...
Because it would have been a robot saving another robot, and it's not saving a human being. They were saving the human being, but even if he could save her...
Not 3 or 2.0. But that's what I love about this too, is because I like how they flop that on its head, because normally you see a villain, and we saw this in Krish 3, where the villain is like, oh, he's chasing me around, I'm kind of like losing the upper hand, but then he goes and he like throws a building at a bunch of people and knows that Krish is gonna go have to save those people and leave him alone or hold the building up. And while he was holding the building up, that was his weakness, right? Is saving people, because the villains always say, your love for humans and friendship is your weakness. It's like an anime villain sort of style. But here, it was the other way around, because 2.0 didn't give a crap. He's like, oh, what, you think like I care about the doctor? I'll shoot him right here, pow. And then he's like, people, I'm gonna murder ball the whole stadium, and people just got mowed down. And I can't believe they didn't say anything about the end, because like there had to be so many dead people in that stadium from that, like his guns. But the thing is that this was opposite, because the villain actually is the one that had the weak spot for like these innocent birds. And he, the hero, used the birds and like grabbed their heads like, dude, you want to play this game? I will rip these heads off. So that was interesting. I've never seen a villain that had to think that way before, and a hero, because he's like more an anti-hero, right?
Right.
Like, we just saw Sonic 3, so it's like more like a shadow sort of
Yep.
thing, because he's like, I don't care who burns, there's gonna be nothing left, right? So, I don't know, I like that aspect. So I'm with you that when they were the entertaining parts, it was great, but again, that preachy sort of thing really brought it down, and I think that's why a lot of people say that the first one is so good, is because they're not trying to change the world. And yes, if you have a big platform like a movie and you know you have millions of viewers around the world, maybe you could use it as a platform to do some good and say some good, but at the same time, you can't be too preachy and you have to be entertaining and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I go to the movies to be entertained and stuff, not to feel bad about like everything about my life and all that sort of stuff and all the birds dying and all that sort of crap. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to read about that in the news anyway.
Yeah,
When I go
all,
see
the,
'em-
all the plastics they use and all the waste and all the consumerism and everything else that
I
we
mean,
do.
it's bad
Oh,
for sure, but it's like, man, when I see Rajni on screen, I just want to like flip out and cheer and be like, yeah, kick his ass, you know. Anyway, so I have to give it a rating. I haven't given a rating yet.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a 6 because but dude, when the parts hit, they hit like a 10. But then some of the parts hit just so under, like just below average, and then so it like equals it out, in my opinion, for a 6. So would I watch again? I don't think I could ever watch this again. It was good for like a one-time watch.
Yeah.
The first movie I could definitely watch again because that was fun. There were so many moments that were just like, whoa, yeah. And here there was like just a couple, and I wanted more. I wanted a love scene. I wanted the more comedy. 3.0 was so funny.
Yeah.
I just wanted him more in the movie.
It's not Chitti, it's
Kuti.
Kuti.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and I don't know like how to pronounce that, and I don't know what that means because I know what it means in Hindi if you pronounce it a certain way. So, but I don't know what it means in Tamil or if that, I don't know. But I definitely know that means in Hindi, but which is not something you throw around. So anyway, I don't know. It was okay for a first time, for like a one-time watch, and that's what a lot of people say is a one-time watch. And
Hopefully the next one will be better.
yeah, if they make a next, I don't know. I don't know if they're making the next one. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Are they making the next one? I
It's
don't
a
know.
series.
I just want to like see 3.0 just running around the entire time. Like I want to see him like start causing mischief around the world, and then like Chitti has to go and like reel him in, but then he's like all over the place, and I don't know, come up with something crazy
Yeah.
about there, and then maybe you have to create a little like Robo girl for 3.0 as well. So. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you guys let us know in the comments what you thought. I thought the costume designs were really cool. The acting was good. Rajni is always, like, really good at acting. And that's why I think the parts that really felt like they dragged is he didn't have as much to do with those parts. And I'm like, no, I just want him to be on screen all the time because I like his style, his charisma, his presence, his dialogue delivery was just really good. And the first one, again, I like that because he had so many oppositions with like Chitti, but in here the doctor wasn't really a big part of the story,
Right.
and so that was it was kind of sad. It was like mostly him and like government people, and the whole government thing's kind of like a little boring as is anyway. So anyway, I'm really interested to hear what you guys thought, and what you guys really would rate this, honestly. And that's what we tried to do. We were not just trying to pander or whatever. Got to give the honest opinion, but we'd like to hear yours as well. And if you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button, the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and upvote the video by slapping the like button.